If your family likes playing games, then get ready for some really fun family party games from EAP Toy and Games. I've got the Lunchroom game and Yoo-Hoo to play for you today, and I'll get into it right after you subscribe to this channel. Go back to the good old days of lunchtime in the school cafeteria with the Lunchroom game. In this party game for 3 to 6 players ages 8 and up, you've got to be the first player to fill each category on your lunch tray to win. To start, each player gets a lunch tray and one main course card to place in the main section of the tray. These can be nachos, meatloaf, burger, or pizza. The remaining cards get shuffled and placed face down in the middle of the playing space. Flip over the top card to start the discard pile. Then place the number of tater tots per player, -1, in the middle of the playing space. So if you have 4 players, there will be 3 tots. On your turn, you'll choose to take the top card from the discard pile or draw a new card from the top of the draw pile. If you get a food item, you'll put that food in the appropriate spot on your tray. You need a dessert, fruit, milk, and veggie.
Oh, a cookie!
Nice.
Dessert for me!
You can only have 5 cards on your tray at a time, and you are allowed to have more than one of the same item on your tray, which could be to your advantage later on. But in order to win the game, you need to finish with one of each item. You might also draw an action card that might require players to pass their trays and cards, trade cards, steal cards, draw 2 extra cards, lose your cards, or lose your turn. I love the illustrations and titles of these cards. Once played, action cards get placed off to the side, not in the discard pile. There are also food fight cards. The player who draws it yells "food fight," and all players must quickly try to grab one of the tater tots.
Food fight?
If you don't get a tot, you must dump your tray cards at the bottom of the discard pile. Put the tots back and keep playing. Once you have one of each item on your tray, yell "I'm full," and now you are the leader of the lunchroom. Images of peas, fruit cocktail, and cardboard milk cartons will certainly bring back memories for adult players, but this is a fun game for kids too, and one that is easy to learn. For the youngest players, it's a great way to identify foods and food groups, and everybody will love trying to grab the squishy tater tots during a food fight. There's a squishy baloney in the game Yoo-Hoo. Earn points by correctly answering revealing questions about the other players. After 5 rounds of play, the player with the most points wins. You'll need 2 players, ages 8 and up to play, and each player gets a score sheet and something to write with, which is not included. Write your name at the top and list all the other players in the indicated spaces. Separate the cards by rounds and place the decks face down in numerical order. Starting with the round 1 pile, the first player draws the top card, reads it aloud, and waits to reveal her answer.
Can I recite the first line of the national anthem of the United States?
All other players predict the answer and write it next to the asking player's name under round 1 on their score sheets. Once all answers have been written, the asking player reveals her answer, and whoever got it right earns a point.
It's yes. I can.
I agree, I think you can.
I agree as well.
Okay.
And if a card says prove it, once you reveal your answer, you have to prove it by doing or trying what the card says.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light?
Yep,
Right?
correct.
Yay!
Yep.
So
You
you guys
are-
get to color a box.
You are patriotic.
Once all players have asked a question, move on to round 2, continuing the process through round 5.
How many times a day do I check my email? Once, a few times, or it's taken over my life?
If you really don't know the answer to someone's question, make one up. If there is debate about an answer, throw the baloney and state your case.
So yeah, I only really check my email once a day.
Nope, baloney.
I don't think so.
You are always answering emails. Every time I email you, I get an email back right away. Baloney.
With this game, you'll learn a lot about the people you play with. It's a great way to connect with your friends and family. It's easy to learn, and there are so many question cards that the game will be different each time you play.
I'm guessing the 60s.
No.
Guessing the 80s.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Good job.
Plus, who doesn't love that squishy baloney? Which of these games do you think your family will want to play the most? Tell me in the comments. Here's why both of these will be a great addition to your next family game night. The pros for Lunchroom are it's easy to learn, kids and adults can play together, it's got squishy tater tots, and the card illustrations are really fun. I don't have any cons, so I give it 5 stars. The pros for Yoo-Hoo are it comes with 250 cards, it helps you connect with friends and family, it's easy to learn, and it's got a squishy baloney. A con would be that it doesn't come with any pencils or pens, but I still give it 5 stars. For more fun toy videos, follow us on TikTok at The Toy Authority.